have Namir from AAL Shipping with us, who is also a panelist on the carrier session that was just completed. And I think you've got some pressing issues to share.
Well, I think the biggest pressing issue for us all at the moment is we face a very weak demand curve, and there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, which is really hampering investment decisions and capital projects. You've got weak oil and gas markets. So there are a number of sectors. The mining sector also is not really as buoyant as it has been in the past. We see obviously strong growth in terms of project power generation, be it on the renewable side or also on thermal. But there are still a lot of money that needs to be spent before the levels that we need to see come back to the market.
Right. So what sort of accommodations have you made for this pretty tough period for carriers?
Well, I mean, it's an ongoing process. I mean, we ourselves will be looking inward basically to see what we can try to do to try and create economy and deal with what is going to be a persisting market. Obviously, there are some prospects in the future for things for the upturn, but we have to deal with the reality of today. So.
Absolutely. So how do you think things will look just generally in, say, 5 years?
Well, I hope remarkably better than it is today.
I'm trying to push it out long enough, right, for a good response.
I mean, I think the horizons is a little shorter than that, but immediately there's still, I think, going to be not much change from the status quo, and that that's going to precipitate us coming up with new strategies on how we can deal with our fleet deployment, and that's going to be a mixture of contract cargo, spot opportunities.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What would you like to see from the other side of the table?
I think from the other side of the table, I mean, I think there are pressures that always cascade down. You have at the oil price, you have a weak oil price, and then the investment decision and what the capex has to be there goes all the way down. The cost of engineering works, construction, and we unfortunately in shipping are at the bottom of the food chain when it comes. So we expect that's going to cascade down, but I think there is a realization of some of the pressures that we're under, and ultimately I think every operator out there is just looking for a fair deal. Exactly. And we have to be obviously realistic that market levels are what they are, but at a certain point you need a certain quality. So we try to concentrate on those partners and companies that we deal with that are looking for that qualitative element to what we do. And then obviously there's a lot of cargo out there that is just looking for the lowest common denominator, unfortunately. And
is that something where you can just say, we're not doing that?
Well, you have to, because it doesn't pay to do it. And I've sat with a client and they've been shocked when I said, well, look, it's actually cheaper for me not to put your cargo in the ship.
Wow. Okay.
And that's what we have to do.
That's good. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Leslie.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Good to see you.